Nobody wants to admit that Bruno Fernandes is now the Premier League greatest playmaker. Yes, you heard it clearly. Because nostalgia has completely blinded our judgment. We want to actually protect the legendary legacies of players like Kevin De Bruyne, Cesc Fàbregas, Mesut Özil, and the rest. But guess what? Football isn't governed by your feelings. It is governed by logic and numbers, and that is what Bruno Fernandes is proving to be. Before you get angry and bring out the Manchester City's machine, let me tell you the historic puzzle that Bruno Fernandes has solved. Bruno Fernandes didn't just carry Manchester United on his shoulder. He actually equaled a single season record assist with 20 assists this season. Bruno Fernandes is doing what we have not even seen in the Premier League. Ever since Bruno Fernandes came to the Premier League, Bruno Fernandes has continued to be the highest number of assist provider in each season he has spent at United. Let's look at the absolute meaning of playmaking. In football, when an assist is recorded, is when a striker actually converts the chances. When a striker put the ball at the back of the net, that assist is counted. Now, what is even drawing Bruno back is Man United in the past 10 years or the past 5 years haven't got a good clinical finisher. If United have good clinical finisher, Bruno Fernandes, this debate won't happen now. It would have been happened in previous years, because United, check the number of assists Bruno given each season and check the conversion rates of each United striker. It has been woeful. If not, this season alone, Bruno Fernandes have created ×2 of the second place assists. But unfortunately, guys like Cesc, Bruyne and the rest couldn't just convert most of these assists. This season alone, Bruno Fernandes has created 130 chances. I repeat, this season alone, Bruno Fernandes has created 130 chances. Guess what the second player is? Szoboszlai. But Szoboszlai have only created 71 chances this season. You can see the gap between the first and second. Bruno have 130 chances created this season. Second place, Szoboszlai, only have 71 chances created. You see the gap is like almost ×2. But unfortunately, United strikers are not converting. That is why Bruno is doing 20 goal assists for this season. If United strikers like Cesc, Mbeumo, Matheus Cunha were converting these chances, this debate would not even have started at all. It would have been ended since. Now, the critics will definitely want to bring Kevin De Bruyne, but let us look at the structure and the truth and the logic behind Kevin De Bruyne and Bruno Fernandes. Kevin De Bruyne is an all-time great. He has spent his peak years playing inside Pep Guardiola's multi-billion-dollar automated machine. When Kevin De Bruyne look up to pass, he knows that the people playing in front of him, the strikers, the Agueros of this world, are there to convert those chances. With these chances converted by their world-class strikers like Aguero, the chances of Kevin De Bruyne, who is one of the Premier League all-time greats, is going to be high. Unfortunately for Bruno Fernandes came to United when Man United were already declining, when they have even declined. Bruno Fernandes have played under 5 different Manchester United managers. And it's not that these 5 managers even created a stable team for Bruno to excel. Bruno Fernandes has been playing under a dilapidated United team. And even at that, he still remained one of the most greatest Premier League playmaker with assist upon assist, season in, season out. This is what made Bruno Fernandes to be very, very special. If only Bruno Fernandes was playing with world-class strikers at the front, Bruno Fernandes' assist would have been ×3 of what Kevin De Bruyne was providing. Because the way he's playing, where Bruno Fernandes has been playing under this underperforming Man United team in the past, with the number of assists he has created, if United have a striker like Aguero, I bet you this debate would have long gone. Since Bruno Fernandes made his debut in the Premier League February 2020, he has outplayed every other Premier League footballers ever since Bruno Fernandes made his debut in 2020. Over 6 years of Bruno Fernandes playing in the Premier League, Bruno Fernandes have created a total assist or total chance created is 670. 670 is the total number of chances that Bruno has created just in 6 years of playing in the Premier League. While Kevin De Bruyne has only created 432 chances since he has been playing in the Premier League. You can see the gap. You can see the level of chances Bruno Fernandes is creating as a playmaker. That is even more than Kevin De Bruyne that plays under Pep Guardiola's automated machines team. So just imagine Bruno Fernandes was playing in Manchester City. What will happen? It would have doubled these figures. It would have doubled this figure. So guys, you can see why Bruno Fernandes is now the Premier League greatest playmaker. You can see why. The figures don't lie. The stats don't lie. It's obvious. Imagine Bruno Fernandes, who just made his debut in February 2020, now has 670 total chances created. More than Kevin De Bruyne, who spent close to 8 years in the Prem and playing under one of the greatest team in the Premier League, which is the Man City team under Pep Guardiola. Just imagine Bruno Fernandes was playing under Pep Guardiola. What do you expect? Do you know the number of chances? Do you know what assists Bruno would have gotten? So guys, I believe you understand what I've just said, and some of you may not agree with this. So guys, if you agree with what I've said, you can write it down in the comment section. And if you also do not agree, you can also write it in the comment section. Let's have a conversation. Let's have a 1v1 conversation and learn from each other, guys. So make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe to our channel so that we'll get you more of these. So see you. One love.